Alright people, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when I upload the next video and you'll be supporting my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Every time I upload a new video, I'll be tweeting. Horizon Chess, Rex, and this is Fallout 4 review, or how I learned to stop worrying and give Todd my money. My channel ssethtzeentach. How the fuck did I miss this one? This is Fallout 4 review by Seth, so it's gonna be awesome. Thank you Todd for generously donating, redacted, for this review. Remember to buy Skyrim Enhanced Edition, Ultimate Edition, Skyrim HD on the Switch. God, what about the anniversary one that just came out? I can't believe they did that. I'm sorry. There is nothing even new in that, right? It's just creation engine, not creation. What is that? What is that called? Shop, Atomic Shop. Atomic Shop, is that what it's called? Atomic Shop, things that just got in, in the Ultimate Edition, right? That was the before that. So that's just basically Ultimate Edition with mods. That's what the Anniversary Edition is. So nothing new. Alright people, let's watch this one. Fallout 4 was a great game, right? I'm not gonna lie, it was an awesome game. If I were to think of a game of the past decade that I really enjoy, not many games comes to my mind, but Fallout 4 is definitely among them, just because it's Fallout. And there is also Witcher 3. And there were many flaws to it. It was not like Fallout 3 or obviously not like New Vegas. New Vegas was even more RPG style than 3. But Fallout 4 had many watered down things, deliberately apparently, to make sure that a broader spectrum of people likes it. But still, lots of gameplay mechanics, lots of how it was done, how the world was created, kind of, felt let down, right? It didn't have the same fun as Fallout 3. I thought, because it's a newer game and I've played so many games, that's why I felt like that. That's how I thought at the time. And then I played Fallout 3 after that. And Fallout 3 gave me the same feeling it did the first time. So it's definitely how the Fallout 4 is made. But let's watch this one. Seth is great reviewer, right? Maxor and Seth are the only two people that I've found who, basically reviews games like this. So yeah, this style, I guess. So let's watch it.
Fallout 4. The highly anticipated sequel to the long-running Skyrim franchise by Bethesda. Quite different to other games in the Skyrim series, we see a departure from Tamriel to the mystical realm of America, living in a fictional dystopic future where Bernie Sanders has won the 2016 election. In this future, everyone is composed of spaghetti, and generally, everything is pretty shit. The story goes that after the war, yes, the one with the Austrian fellow, the world has been brought to the brink of nuclear war. Right after mastering nuclear power and inventing butler bots for every single American family. One joke about small Asian wangs boils down terribly and results in nukes being fired at the US. Luckily, you and your family enter
Alright, the way he explained just made me remember this. So in this Fallout universe, after the World Wars basically, there is a divergence type of thing that, changes from our real world events, right? After a certain year. But all the songs and everything is like really old style. So songs didn't evolve. How does that work? In our world, songs and everything, rock and roll and things like that evolved because of the drugs, right? 70s, 80s, all that, 60s to 80s, 90s. All those things happened because of all the different type of drugs that all the, different type of, songwriter, singers took basically and inspired from that and, created different type of music. That's why, music feels differently after a certain time, 60s, 70s after that. In this, there is lots of Jet and God knows what, right? Wait a minute, Jet existed before the nukes fell? Wait a minute, that could have been it. Maybe before the nukes, there weren't much of drugs there, right? So nobody evolved music. That could be the reason. But why is the music didn't evolve post-apocalyptic, right? There are jets and shit now. What, if everything destroyed, you can't make music now? And blues, begs to differ. I mean, blues are supposed to be somewhat sad type of, music. So why is there no new type of music in Fallout world?
Alt 111 just in time to be frozen cryogenically and have your baby stolen from you. Your quest, you guessed it, is to get your baby back. The baby, which you're assured is still somehow alive, even though you have no idea what year your baby got napped, and your spouse died of bullet poisoning. The radiation from the resulting nuclear fallout has mutated many of the races in America, with Mexicans becoming rad roaches and red guards becoming functional members of society.
Oh,
the fauna
God.
remains generally
Presley.
unchanged, with Bethesda developers cleverly pasting in rats and mud crabs from previous titles and doubling their size. Playing as a strong, independent black woman, I found my immersion quickly ruined, as I came to realize that my household lacked an absent father figure, forcing me to disable my husband through the console. I did not cry for my supportive husband, as he was clearly a compulsive liar.
New hairstyle? I swear you haven't aged a day.
The plot quickly ups the ante. You go from murdering several Mexicans, to shooting mole rats, to shooting white people in a matter of minutes, receiving your first suit of power armor about 10 minutes into the game, and downing your first Deathclaw 12 minutes into the game. However, it's not all easy, and some missions can quickly become too much to handle, such as this side quest, where you must retrieve underage jailbait from a vault, only to be ambushed by hordes of radioactive gorillas. In the end, my postal bride could not be rescued, and she had to be put down with the rest of those gorillas. The game physics can be a little
that's
bit
a mod or
unrealistic, such as when I jump, yet I would argue that easily reach such heights if they tried. The game is also not without its fair share of glitches. At some point, my game broke itself, preventing me from leaving pre-war Sanctuary and spawning several copies of my husband, and they all wanted to know who the father was. The situation was made more difficult, as my robo-butler Codsworth was forced to repel a large gecko that had managed to enter my son's room. And to make matters worse, the Vault-Tech salesman standing outside had given up on his career, and resorted to fondling a in plain view of his mother. On the other hand, one of the most particularly fun features of the game is the inclusion of base building, allowing you to live out the American dream of owning a plantation. However, I failed to attract any willing slaves, which I later found out was due to roving gangs of guerrillas, murdering all my potential workforce. These were dealt with accordingly. Here you can see the valiant defense of my first settlement, Ass Fortress 12, from these villainous apes. The game may simply be described as a masterpiece, like Witcher with guns, and Skyrim with gameplay. This spectacular jewel, this magnum opus from Bethesda Softworks, and my good friend Todd Howard, who has paid generously for this review, is worth every hard-earned cent of that $60 purchase price. Yes, I know, rice farmer in India that only earns about 4,000 rupees every year. That's a lot of money, but all of your fields, all of your crops, and your starving family pales in comparison to the prodigious, cinematic, phenomenal, cum-inducing rapture that you feel from owning a copy of Fallout 4. Some of my complaints, however, are that I cannot play the dog. Why bother showing so much promotional footage of a dog when the dog is not an option as a playable character? As further salt in the wounds, why can't we at the very least?
Alright, so I guess this is when the game came out. That's why it's very short review. Yeah, so overall, the game is fucking incredible from the start, right? When you, I guess, attack the Deathclaw, that is good addition. They realize, like, okay, we're gonna throw Deathclaw at them. What are we gonna do? Oh, fuck it, let's give them power armor. Making power armor vehicle type of things, I don't know, I hated that at the first, but as a whole, sure, maybe it makes sense. Why not? It's somewhat immersion, right? But I would have liked if it stayed as a, I guess, some kind of a, armor type of item. But then again, if you're gonna show that power armors are gigantic, it doesn't make sense to put it as a just normal armor thing, right? And this way you don't get weighed down by the whatever weight of power armor is, because you can just fucking throw it away and walk away, right? So it kind of is good, but overall that starting thing is great. Minutemen, our faction, yeah, the Garvey is just annoying as fuck, right? Certain mods are definitely needed there. But overall, I liked it. Certain elements like that, where you can run your factions or you can create your settlements, all of them are great. But after sometimes those things become an issue with the Fallout immersion, right? Because in Fallout, you're supposed to be a singular guy walking into the post-apocalyptic world, doing certain things. Now you can build settlements, build fucking lots of water pumps, create different gun parts. Now you can, attach to the gun parts and things. It's just too much.
Romance the dog. Come on, Bethesda. It's 2015, and man's best friend is ready to become man's best lover. Overall, however, I think the game is pretty good. The graphics look a little brown and bleak and kind of shitty, but then again, it is America. I give this game a yes out of maybe, putting it as my most highly reviewed game this year. Congratulations, Bethesda. Good job.
There you go, Lord Howard. Alright. Well, that was it was very short, but I guess this is one of the earlier videos from Seth, right? From 2015, end of 2015. But yeah, Fallout 4 was a great game. I would play it again, obviously, but I don't know, the setting, the graphics, I don't know what it is. Maybe how they created the world of Boston, or I'm pretty sure it's just how they made every place a bit homey, let's just say, because of the settlement system. Once you create settlement, you're just walking around all the place, right? There is settlement, you build them up. There is no sense of, danger and post-apocalyptic type of wasteland type of feel where you're on a journey type of feel, right? It's just, this is the entire Commonwealth area. There you go. You discover things pretty fast, and that's it. I don't know. Right, well, that was Fallout 4 review by the channel ssethtzeentach. If you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe. Check out the reaction. There's a link in the description. Check out the cards in here. I'll see you next time.